Stripper stories. According to Reddit. Number 23. So I'm at a bachelorette party. We're at a higher end place where they just had one central stage, and it wasn't just girl get naked. They each had some sort of theme and dance. One girl was dressed like Batgirl and rode out a Batmobile Power Wheel car. Okay. Doesn't sound stupid. Not at all. Another girl was doing whips and stuff. Doing whips? So like she had a whip and she was Don't break me this early, list. Come on. So this girl starts doing a fire show and is swinging around these flaming bolos, and then pours a circle of fire around her on stage. Then she does the breath of fire and her face catches on fire. Talk about getting your money's worth, eh, boys? I'm sorry. No, that's not cool. It's not cool. So her face catches on fire. Oh my God. She's wildly patting her head. Bouncers come running. Every guy at the stage hops up ready to help, but she just gets the fire out and holds her hands up like, I'm okay, it's fine. And everyone kind of nervously sits back down, and she finishes her show to the smell of burned hair. Huh. Boy. Everyone felt terrible for her and put out a lot of tips, but she left them all and just walked out without taking any money when she finished. Pretty sure she didn't have any eyebrows after that. Now she has flame-induced bangs. Wow. Synthetic Alien Son in the chat says, she whipped and nay-nayed. You know, it is what it is, huh? Hello to Ariana Linda, Pandaren, The Dilts Experience, and Otaku. Nice to see you all. Pistachio and Sierra. So we continue up this list. Here we are at number 22. A man kept referring to me as Kid during a VIP room. At first it was Kid, like shoulder punch Kid. But in the last few minutes of the dance, he started saying it creepier. And then he said, I bet you let all the little boys touch your little pussy. And at that point, I knew he was a pedo. A guy with a piss fetish pissed on a girl without consent in the very last minute of their session. Oh boy, am I going to be able to handle this one? She sat around depressed all night. I was so sad for her. Oh boy. A man once asked me over and over and over if he could just pet the kitty. Just once. I just want to pet it, and just once I want to hear it purr. You know, there may be a lot of money in finding creepy guys and the things that they say and trying to harness that raw power of just like a creepy phrase. I just want to hear it purr. Just want to pet it and hear it purr. This truly isn't that bad, but it was very annoying and creepy coming from him. A meth head had caused a 40+ people fight involving almost every customer and most of the dancers. That's a hell of a meth head if he can create a brawl like that, boy. What did he say, you know? You think he came in and said something about the wrong video game? You know? I think Fortnite's great. Get 'em, boys. It was a really understaffed night for bouncers, too. No one really knows why it happened. The story starts at the meth head getting hit in the head with a glass bottle. He gets up. Apparently, glass hit other customers, too, which pissed them off. But no one knew what was coming, so everyone was just screaming. Then, somehow, female customers started fighting strippers. Probably just a bad night, ladies, huh? You know, you guys are all synchronized in the wrong ways. You know what I'm talking about? Everyone was moshing. It lasted like 5 to 10 minutes because there wasn't enough employees to isolate anybody. Had to wait for the cops to get there because it could not be broken up. That sure was crazy. See, with girls, you guys have hair. You guys just grab onto the hair and just roll around in an embrace. But men, shit. Somebody catch the wrong hit. That could be the rest of their life. Unfortunate. Not cool. Sloppy, to say the least. Linda says, Ma says hi. Hello to Linda's ma. Probably not the best list for your mother to want to listen to. Bobby says, sorry I'm late. It'll be alright, Bobby. It'll be alright. This dude remembers John Jumbo. Where are you from, man? Huh. How long have you been kicking it? You've seen some very hidden videos on this channel. Number 21. Not a stripper, but the buddies dragged me to a strip club when I was 18 years old. I had a baby face, no facial hair, and I felt so awkward. People kept looking at me like, oh, how did he get in here? And one stripper even asked me if it was past my bedtime. Got him.
Look, I don't even want tips, so I'm just gonna roast you, you fucking loser. Can you even spell virgin? Is that where you are at school yet? Can you spell what V is for?
Okay, my friends thought that it would be funny to buy me a private dance without telling me. This 40-year-old Latina MILF. Oh yeah, dear 40-year-old Latina. Latina. What? Would it be better if, like, she was Latina, Dia? For a dance? For a dance, Dia? Oh my god. A Latina.
That's how you feel about me when I turn 40.
So she pulled, yeah, I start saying Latina like that. Ridiculous. Oh shit. Pulls me aside and into a small booth. She closes the curtain and starts to do her thing. As she bends over, she lets out the loudest queef that I've ever heard. Oh, Latina? Oh, Latina. Oh, no. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my God. Awkwardly enough, I laughed, and she got up and left. Oh, God. That wasn't very maraca of her, Dia.
Could die.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to be funny because Dia could die. Amazing. So I sat in the booth until someone brought me back to my friends. It turns out they paid her close to $100 for her to walk in there and fart. And then if you laugh, then you bad. You laugh at me fart?
Me fart.
You laugh? No, not okay. Not because she's Latina, but because that's ridiculous. I went home that night and told my girlfriend what happened, and she died laughing. I'll never be back to another strip club.
I can't believe that my first experience at a strip club was sadly never happened.
Look, nobody can compare to a story like that. Number 20. I had a virgin man from India once who booked me for the champagne room. He offered me an extra $400 to stick his index finger in my vag for a few seconds. Nobody's gonna offer me $400 to stick anything in me.
What?
Jeez.
For you to stick things in yourself?
Yeah. No, for them to stick something in me. I've been sticking my tongue in your ear hole for nigh on 4 years. That's $100 a year. Number 10. Plus 9. Does a third-party experience count? A few years ago, when Skyrim was still all the rage? You mean today? Got dragged to a strip club with a friend's birthday party. Noticed that one of the strippers had a Skyrim logo tattoo for a tramp stamp. Go over there and just start spurging out like Christian himself. Hi, I noticed your tattoo and I too play video games. What would you say your favorite class is to play when you start a game? Burr, 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 burr. Fusroda, that's Dovahkiin for you. Pointed it out to the guys at the party. You fucking loser. And one dude peeled off to get a dance from her. Fast forward, couple of hours, and we realized that he never came back to join us. I went looking for him, and sure enough, he's sitting in one of the private dance booths, and the chick is naked sitting next to him, and he's rubbing her feet, and they're discussing Skyrim mods. Later on, it turned out that he ended up spending $400 for the pleasure, and she didn't do a single dance for him. This is what true power of women is like. And I'll tell you what, man, a lot of ugly, fat, weird, stupid women that think they're extremely smart are working in the industry right now and making it seem as if any woman who is attractive is the devil incarnate. And that the fact that she even dresses like that is what's wrong with the world and they're being objectified. Bitch, that girl got all the power. A lot of these women are salty because they don't put the amount of attention into their physical appearance like some of these girls do. And they can't get away with it. It's funny to watch because I used to know girls that would be the types of models that might throw on some gay cosplay and then go to a convention and stand next to a booth dude. These are like your booth girls, your booth babes, right? And they're making bank just standing there taking pictures with dweebs, you know? So for some slimy woman to peel herself up off the sewer floor and come in here talking about, you know, that's demeaning to women. It's noises like that why I get paid the big bucks, guys. You're dealing with the most talented voice actor in the world, boy. You know? We've seen the evolution of these booth babes because they realized they didn't need to leave home. They could just put a camera on, get some lights. And you will stare at them titties and pay them to stream on Twitch, baby, yeah, boy. And it's weird. The SJWs, as they have evolved into, don't seem that bent out of shape about stream girls. It's almost like they stay on their own side of the internet. Why? They had such a problem with women before. I guess they're ruining media. I guess the SJWs have their hands full ruining media. Desexifying every woman. Can you imagine a future where like there were no pretty women in films? It's true. It's messed up to say, but only men can be sexy, you know? It's messed up. Only men can show it off. Look at my ripped abs. Yes, objectify that man. But that woman, she'd better be so clothed. You would think that we're like Muslims or something. Is that the ones? That's the ones that they get all covered up and stuff. Jeez. I saw this one like silly little white people like, you know, comedy staged crap. I say that it was staged because they were trying to pass it off as not being scripted, even though there was like a wild variety of cuts and all kind of stupid shit like this in the video itself. But it was essentially like a man being made to seem like he was catcalling a woman. And the woman's like,
Hey, how dare you speak to me like that?
but then it's actually like a dude off, you know, out of frame, you know, and that makes it all okay. And how funny is it, you know? Because the women themselves are the ones making it this way. And yes, I agree that maybe, you know, every hoe ain't out there trying to be catcalled, you know? But some of y'all need to deal with the fact that maybe that's how some dudes are going to make it so that, I'll say it to you like this. This is going to be the rudest way that I can say this. Some women that don't like being catcalled, bruh, you going to reach an age where you miss it. I hope it reaches you so fast and you feel so stupid for the way that you were acting and trying to tell other people not to act. My heart does go out to the women that put a lot of work into their appearance, you know, and are killers, slayers of men because of all the power that they harness. My heart goes out to them because there are going to be other women that bring less to the table and are less passionate about things than, you know, these pretty girls are about their bodies and, you know, working out and staying in shape and all kind of bullshit like that. Trying to tell you how you're supposed to dress and how objectifying, you know, please, you know, killing me. I do miss booth babes though. Really did send me down memory lane. Number 18. I feel like most dancers have countless stories, so it's hard to find weird. Yeah, this whole paragraph ain't necessary, is it? One man spent over $1,000 on me over a couple of hours. I massaged his back, and he fell asleep in the champagne room. When he woke up, he said, "How did you know exactly what I needed?" After the champagne room, he wanted more time with me, and he went to do several private dances. He cried during them, while I sat on his lap and sang to him and brushed his hair and back, massaging his scalp with my nails. Some of these people, man, it's really heartbreaking how desperate for the human touch some men are. That they would just go pay for somebody to do that. And don't think that I don't understand how convenient a no strings attached encounter with the opposite sex is. We all have needs, and I definitely understand. And as I said, I'm not exactly an advocate, but I believe that prostitution should be I almost said free. My God. Freudian slip, huh, Kyle? Prostitution should be legal because, my God, it's putting a lot of people in a difficult spot right now. As far as safety is concerned. And some people they need to stabilize themselves. And I'll say it to you like this. In my days where I couldn't focus or get things done or, just stay on the ball, sometimes you need to just stop, crank that shit out, baby, and get back to work. The clarity and the peace of mind and the focus that will accompany you after you fucking nut, is something that money can't buy. Money can't buy that shit. And not everybody's the same, but many people can really benefit from understanding when they need to be a certain place, how to utilize that outlet so that they can get back on the ball, because you can really get some shit done. I want to say almost 3, 4, 5 times the efficiency otherwise. And the fact that this kind of stuff is, we don't know. This dude could have lost somebody or some bullshit like this. Ugh. Another man came in, and he's garbling about worshiping me and wanting to lick the bottom of my heels. He's into feet. Stuck the stiletto. He wanted to suck the stiletto and drink my urine. Is that okay? Jesus. It was so slow, and I was reading a book in the back of the club, so I was awfully surprised when someone approached me and unleashed all of that on me. My manager said that he'd pee in a glass for me if I really wanted to go for it. Think about that, men. Think about that. You ask a girl to pee on you, but her manager actually had her back. He pee instead. You think you drink woman pee? It was man pee all along. You're gay now, bro. Wait a minute. Is this man pee?
What the fuck? How do you know?
It's a gift that I've had. They're after me.
Who?
The government. They want my power. I just wanted to drink women pee in peace. But now my power is exposed. It's man pee. Open up. Is that pee motherfucker in there? You can tell. You can tell the sex. Oh, this girl. Oh God, stop. You're really gonna flesh the story out because the FBI had a reason to need a guy that could sex someone based on their pee. Wow. Hey, Dia, is this not comedy gold? Are you not enjoying this?
I'm sorry.
I've made a story about a man who can tell the gender based on the pee. So organic. They should be giving me $1 million movie ideas.
Someone pay this man.
Come on, not giving me the ideas, but they should be giving me the money for. Okay. It's what they yell during golf. As we continue, number 17. There's a very sweet older man who is a regular at my club. He's never gropey and always tips in the 20s. He only requests to lick and suck the bottom of our shoes. I can't see the harm in it, but it grosses some girls out. I guess so long as he's paying, he can shine my shoes all day. Our club has been closed for months now. I wonder how he's doing these days. Who said I was jealous earlier? Sierra, Miss Bitch Ass. Yeah, I'm jealous of these girls. They making a lot of money to just sit around and, shake it. Shake what they got. Wow, dude. Can you imagine literally just shimmy in place right now? You know what I mean? Shimmy. Now imagine doing that, no clothes on, but you're making like hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. Inside no amount of time. Wow. Couple of hours, you have a couple of grand to show for it. Just shaking it. Just moving it. Number 16. Too old. It's a joke. Not a stripper, but I did work in a strip club as a bouncer, which provided me a great story involving one of the girls, ... Her name was Robot. She was a totally cool chick. You would imagine she's cold. Stop. Okay? Stop it. Her name was Robot. Totally cool chick, which had quite a following as far as the locals were concerned. In particular, there was one regular of hers who would come in once a week, without missing a single week, and sometimes he'd get private dances from the same girl. During his private dance, the man, who was a big fellow weighing around 350 plus pounds, would ask her to take her stiletto heel and put them down his throat, followed by a splash of creamer in his face. He paid her $400 each time. Like coffee creamer. Somebody in the chat should come up with a name for a move like this. It got really hot in here just now. I'm not into this. I just think it's like so specific. Wow. Number 15. I went with my friend on a sort of slow Tuesday night, met this dancer that hated this one creepy dude and asked me to keep buying dances and she'll pay me back and take me to the 24-hour pharmacy place. I don't even know if that's short for pharmacy. I can't say that I'm sure. Stiletto squirt sounds hilarious. Yeah, it sounds dumber the more you think of it. Anyway, I keep buying dances and we talk about Zelda Ocarina of Time. Oh, you mean the best game ever made? End of the night comes around, she gives me her number and tells me to meet at the PHO place in an hour. A woman of her word, she gives me my cash back and buys me PHO. The stripper bought me PHO. What the hell is PHO? Can y'all tell me? What is faux? Oh my god, it's soup. Call me uncultured. I've never even heard of it. Oh, of course I haven't heard of it if it's Vietnamese. And I'm gonna stop myself before I say anything worse. As we continue up this list, number 14. What is the deal with Vietnamese food? Once some guy took me to a VIP and kept trying to make out with me and saying, "Do you like me? Do you like me?" It was very sad. Sierra missed out here saying that I should be pronouncing faux, pho. How about fee on your ass, girl? Step right on them titties. Fee, fi, faux, pho. This Vietnamese soup is gross, bruh. You know it's nasty when it can't even get out my mouth right. Can't even say the word. Ugh. Say the soup name. It's so gross. My god, that should be the new torture. They feed a person that soup once, and then they just remind them that it exists. They still making it somewhere, and I'll go get it right now unless you give me the key. Give me the code. Rain says I got one restaurant called Full King. Hey, look, man, I'm a silly man. I am a silly man, and shit like that works for me. You know, I need to start a silly folder on my computer, believe it or not. Should probably start a silly, hey, yeah, y'all want to talk about silly? How dumb is my thumbnail today? That's a dumb thumbnail. Dia, have you seen?
I love it, though.
Hey, you know what's catching the world by storm, y'all? This dance. It's your distraction dance. Oh, it only loops once? I have to keep pressing the play button? What kind of stupid shit is that? Because it's an MP4, not a GIF. You fucked up. Should have been a GIF. While we're talking about silly things, check this out. You guys have heard of BioShock. Dia, can you read this from there? You've heard of BioShock, but have you heard of
BioShock?
It's not that silly. It's not that funny to you, is it? See, when the silly adopts you, okay? Some of y'all can only achieve the silly when you get high, boy. I got that hard wire. I got that phone tap straight to the silly. Whenever I understand and need it, it's right there. It's right there. When I need the silly, you know what my face look like? Check this out. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Come on. Hey, would you blow me? He says hello. Hello to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with this freaking list, man. None of this matters. Yo, Haywood said he keeping that thing on his waist. You know what I mean? I put the pussy on the chain wax. Sierra Miss says, what silly is your video title is not the same as the list? No. Oh my God. Now I'm supposed to pretend that I didn't intentionally do that to get somebody to come in here and mention it deliberately. Dia just got a victory royale in her bitch ass solo match over here, and I didn't think you were playing solo. You're a tryhard, man. Why are you in that game mode?
I enjoy it.
She doesn't even play the way that I do either. She's like straight walking around the whole fucking time. So not only is it like what I would consider noteworthy and an exceptional display that she manages to kill the final people to get that victory royale, but it is also a miracle in that she's just walking around. She's not, you know, like occasionally building. She's not like, you know, jumping so that people would have a difficult shot either. Dia is what I would call moving around the world like a sore thumb in Fortnite's map. And anybody that's skilled with a sniper would only need to lead her by about half a meter and then fire and always kill her. But nope, she's just walking around and everybody's like,
I will not harm that person this day.
They actually had a sniper and they shot at me, missed, and then they.
no, I'm not talking about the final guy, Dia. I'm talking about when you're walking around the map the whole time. You want to see something that I do when I play the match? It's I make sure that I'm not a target most times. I surround myself, you know what I mean? I'm hidden, something like that. I make sure that when I'm moving, I'm very fast. Sometimes I'll get into a vehicle to make sure that even if I have to cover a considerable amount of ground, I'm going to make it so I'm not, you know, like they'd have to shoot through the armor of the vehicle to get to me. And also, while I'm in a vehicle, it allows me to move faster than I would otherwise, even though the vehicle is audible. So probably more people hear you, but since you're moving faster than you would be otherwise, you can even potentially get away from some of these nerds that are trying to get you. But you, Dia, I watch you play, and it's a straight walk in the goddamn park like no enemies are out here. Fuck all of that. I'm gonna walk across this map, and then if I'm at the end, somebody's gonna get it. And she wins like that, bro. What the hell? Congratulations, Dia. You're a tryhard. You're a Fortnite tryhard. Wow. It's true. No one ever expects a never build. And I bust on the scene like, oh my God. Number 13. When I was in college, I had this professor in a lecture hall who was a total narcissist. He thought, huh?
Professor.
Well, sorry, you know, I'm related to Sean Connery. What do you want? Give me all this shit. You know, I'll give you a slap too because I'm sorry. It just came out of me. So number 13, when I was in college, I had this professor in the lecture hall who was a total narcissist. He thought all the books were written for the subject that were incorrect and had the class buy his books that he wrote at $700. That's gotta not be legal. To pass the class, we needed the book, so I had to buy it. One weekend night, the professor drops in for a dance. Oh my God. Can you imagine being a student somewhere and then your professor comes in? It's his wildest dreams come true. Sierra says, I gotta go give head. Go do what you do, girl. You know, make that money. Yes. It's better when, listen, Dia, do you know how you know, some people need stilettos shoved down their throat and then coffee creamer in the face? Me, it goes off every time somebody goes, what's wrong with you? Okay. You know, you say that whenever a girl says that, you want to know what it's like in my pants, Dia?
Like, what is even your problem? Like, do you even understand what you're saying and how that can affect people?
And in my pants, it's like, you know what I'm talking about? And in her pants, it's like, okay. But in her brain, it's like,
let me smash.
All right. So as we continue this list,
You've become the crappy version of a radio show host.
but then in my legs, it's like, okay. Listen, the dude drops in, and in my mind, I'm like, he's about to pay me back my book money for this stupid textbook. I was able to give him a lap dance when mid-dance he asked me if he could stick his tongue in my belly button. I told him in a joking manner that'd be $700. And what do I know? I got my money back. I'm pretty sure he didn't know I was one of his students, as he barely acknowledged his own students anyway. Well, as long as he didn't know, but it's still gross. You know what really pisses me off about strip clubs, Dia?
What?
Is that there's a big variation of women, which I understand, but I want to. I guess I've never been outside of like 3 occasions, right? One of them was on like a cruise ship type. It wasn't a normal thing. It was like a specific event, right? What I understand is necessary is to have a variety so that everybody can be, pleased to a certain extent. But I think if I wanted to go to a strip club, it would need to basically be the contents of what I might search in a browser when I'm getting off. You know what I mean? So it's gotta be big titty Japanese girls. It's gotta be like amateur looking maid girls. Like cleaning ladies. There's got to be a couple of like unkept. No, let's not go that far. My point is, I want all the women potentially at a certain place to be of the same variety. So if I'm sure there's like, BBW / like fat, girl clubs. But if I wanted them all to really have big things, right? Otherwise, it's like, what you taking that off for? All right. Ugh. I mean, I'm just going to flip the table on it. Jeez. Somebody knows what I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying. Dear. Somebody knows what I'm saying.
If someone knows what you're saying.
Somebody knows what I'm saying. Trust me. YNK, he's out there like, exactly, bro. Exactly. And his girlfriend's like,
I can't. If you do this, you're threatening our relationship with this. The longevity of our relationship is at stake over this thing that I consistently ask you not to do. And you'd recognize that this is something that's relevant to me based on how many times I bring it up, and it makes me wonder if I'm worth it to you. Am I worth it to you? Is it not even worth me? If it disturbed you that much, I would go the extra mile. I would cut them out. That's what I'd do for you.
So I expect the same thing in return. Blah, blah, blah. That's what your girlfriend sounds like.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding, my man. I'm kidding. Number 1. A guy was in his 20s something. A guy was in his 20-somethings. I get the guy to go for a dance. We're in the booth nearest the entry foyer area. Partway through the song, I look over and see a group paying the cover, one of which is a girl who is staring at us. Next thing I know, this chick has plopped down in the booth next to the guy and goes, "Hi, Dad." The whole damn family had come to the strip club. Well, that's really cool. I appreciate strip club. Yeah. Sparkle Rebel's all like, "I'm Sparkle Rebel." Hello, Sparkle Rebel. I'm kidding. Hope you have a great day. Number 2, a few of us shared some regular customers. Very, very nice, soft-spoken man that played ukulele as a hobby and drank ginger ale in the club. Aw, I like ginger ale. Always bought at least a half-hour VIP, often multiple hours, and tipped well on top. He was an absolute gem of a customer. The catch was that he had a combination of fetishes. I wonder if any of them involved ginger ale. He would wear a chastity belt and a chain on it so that the girls could pull on it. He also liked to imagine he was a puppy, and he would do this third-person role-play bit. Like he would say, "If you and other dancer had a slumber party, what would you want Puppy to do? Would you want Puppy in his cage? Aw, put Puppy Man in his kennel with his chastity belt." I want y'all to recognize that. As long, dong, strong, girthy, and powerful Kyle is, there's an opposite end of the spectrum where somebody gets off on having their junk literally in a cage that is locked and they don't even have the key to. They get off on a lack of power. So profound that honestly, we could probably understand murder and all kinds of crime before we could ever understand that. If you're a man, I want you to think about it. How many times a day you pop in a boner? How many times if you were able to stay at home all day alone, how many times do you think you'd get off by the end of the day? 4, 5, 6? You know what I'm talking about? Maybe after 6 you're thinking, "Hey man, this is gonna hurt myself before I stop." But instead, you're going to put your thing in a cage that'll restrict your ability to even grow. Is it raining?
I don't think so.
But my bones, I can feel it coming. I feel it coming. The rain. That's all I'm saying, man. I can't understand it. And, you know, more power to people who are living that life. That's pretty incredible. You know, we'll never get it. Wow. Well, somebody share a weird fetish that they have in the stream chat. Number 11. A guy came and told me that I looked intellectual and began to debate me. Damn, Shapiro, can you leave? Me on how gay marriage should be legalized? No, he debated me on how gay marriage shouldn't be legalized in 2019. And guess what kind of club we were in? So this man went into a gay club and looked for someone he considered intellectual to debate about why a gay club shouldn't be legalized. Now, I want y'all to think about all of the Karens going to a pharmacy, you know, going to some kind of, you know, retail store or grocery store where people are only there because they need to be there and just going,
I need to speak to the manager.
Jesus. I don't know. Rain says I had several self-claimed necrophiliacs hit me up. That was a time. Is that why they were interested in you? Sometimes I try to get Dia to react and I realize that she's not even listening to me. I like Rain's answer.
I don't think I look that dead.
Yeah, no more dead than the rest of us, which is on the inside. Number 10, I strip, but this is actually my coworker's story. She was sitting at the bar with another dancer and a guy walks by and quickly says, "Quick, put your head down on the bar and be really still." She was weirded out, but she did it for a few minutes, and when she came back up, he had left $1,000 next to her head. Friend told her that he was a regular and he was really into women pretending to be dead. It's weird because we just read Huh?
My kink is 5 money, oh man.
Now that's a kink you can get behind.
I appreciate you, my man. This dude said his kink is 5 money. I'd like everybody to start donating and referring to the amount that they donate as that amount money. Hey, Kyle, wanted to pass you 4 money. Wanted 420 money just for you. Wow, thank you for that money. Oh yeah, Kyle, check out this 20 money. Whoa, 20 money? You know what I mean? That's like, I could do what I would do with 5 money 4 times for 20 money. Damn. I got the money. Danuda, do you go there? Do you eat? I want so bad to have left a message or called a girl and spoke like that in my entire life. Just call her up and say, Danuda, do you go there?
What? Who is this?
I got the money. These days, them girls will be all like,
Okay, well, here's my OnlyFans, okay?
Yeah.
ugh.
You wouldn't be able to really.
I want y'all to know, just like how there's girthy dick Kyle on one side of the spectrum, and then there's like dude with his dick in a chastity belt on the other side of the spectrum. I recognize the hustle and I appreciate women trying to, weaponize their body, them ass, those titties, as something that they can put behind a paywall to extract money from people around them. You know what I mean? I respect the hustle. I don't hate the player here. I don't even hate the game, hilariously. But I'm not a dude that's trying to pay to see no hoes titties. So if she ever hit me with some shit like that, I'd be like, hey, that's fine, I would rather be close to you in a way where it's like, okay, this is what's up. But I don't want to be included in, I guess, what will be your audience. But I'm impressed, okay? That, because a lot of these girls take, I want to say, Dia, I'm going to lay out a statistic. My opinion, okay? Now, here's what's going to inform or, basically restrict the parameters of what I'm going to suggest. But here's what I'm suggesting. I'm going to suggest the number in an average attractive girl's life that she might have in the way of people interested enough to pay for access to a folder or whatever of her naked pictures. Okay? Here are the parameters, though. I'm going to put the cutoff as after high school. If it were before high school, Dia, I think that number could easily exceed like 100. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Easily. But after high school now, let's say that they're probably going to only be enough guys, like they're obviously still over 100 after high school that would pay for access to her OnlyFans, but I'm going to restrict it to people that I guess would be not familiar, but brave enough to pursue her like that. Maybe they start off as friends, friendly conversation, and then they get to talking, and then they make it clear, yo, I want to see you. I'm interested in you like that intimately. You know what I mean? Not just people that maybe, know her from class or from school, but they don't really talk. And, oh, then I stumbled across your Twitter and then I found your shit. I'm restricting this only to people after high school and people that you would speak to, basically that you would have passed your number to. And maybe that can include a couple of classmates. Probably the roof for that for me would be like 15. You're not really giving more than 15 people your phone number for class, Maybe you have a couple of classes and there's something that you need, whether it's notes, whether it's this, whether it's that. You'll give your number out to like a classmate, but you're not giving it out that much. So 15 is the number of classmates. I would say of the coworkers, Maybe you give your number out as many times. So 15 again, that's like 30. And then I'm going to go as far as to say friends that you've met at parties that even you were thinking, oh, this would be a cool friend. Damn, not the Haywood. Tree fitty money. I can't even let you know how much I appreciate that. That's pretty hardcore. Wow. You were having a magical effect on me and I didn't even realize it. I'm sorry. So. I'm going to go ahead and spit out the number, Dia. The number for an average attractive girl, in my opinion, just people that end up in her phone, 70 people. 70 people. This also omits Snapchat, Instagram. So with Facebook as well, I would say 70. And I split it up saying like 15 is coworkers, 15 is classmates, other people maybe you meet at a party and even you were interested in like pursuing as a friend. But all of those people, if they had your number, inevitably were asking to see you naked. Now, you know what a normal girl does with all those 70 people?
What?
She makes it apparent to those that she's not interested in, which is probably around motherfucking 60. You know what I mean? That no. And if you don't stop talking like this, either I'm going to stop talking to you or I'll block you. You know what I mean? Now think about if all of those dudes...
7 7/10 money.
They did it.
That is more charming.
Yeah.
You know, with 3 more tenths, I could have another money. You know what I'm talking about? Another whole money. Yo, you've made it funnier. You guys are a really good writing team. You know that? You know, I'm proud of you guys. Wow. No, that's really funny. I didn't think about splitting it like that. Because I was thinking just, the 3 point fitty money. That's not funny, I'm sorry. Sounds dumb. But what is funny is a fraction of money. Because eventually it will become a whole money. That really works. Well done. Proud of you there. Going back to what I'm saying, Dia. All I'm basically saying is, and this is the most long-winded explanation ever, and I apologize to all of you because you deserve better, and I'm so sorry for being so long-winded about something I could have concisely articulated. But as it pertains to what I believe an average attractive woman could be making on OnlyFans is the money that they would charge 70 people. Because a lot of girls, Dia, right now, maybe they toy with a couple of boys that they talk to and tease them. Maybe some of them, they don't know if they're interested in them yet. Or maybe some of them they are interested in, but only if the guy that they want the most isn't interested in them back. So they're just having them, I guess that fits into toying around. But my point is a lot of girls would kind of just shut those dudes down. When some girls funnel them all into their OnlyFans. And that's a lot of money that they could be making, not stripping, not even, stream like cam girling or whatever. They're just, some guy talking to me, he thirsty enough to want it. This is where it goes. And I think obviously it's up to the individual. I would never, imply that a girl who doesn't feel comfortable doing it should do it. But I feel like the stigma should be removed. And that these girls just get fucking paid. Not even because I want more titties out there in circulation. Obviously, it could lead to terrible things because of how non-secure it is as an idea. But y'all will immediately understand why women aren't exactly equal. You know what I mean? If this kind of thing, if these dudes, because another thing, if I were to, adjust my not percentage, but my number of those 70 people, do you know that even if it never was mentioned on OnlyFans, that at least 7 of them are going to proposition her money wise? Like straight up. And it's not even like, okay, let's say, no, I'm saying seven people are straight up money. Like, I will give you money to let me fuck you, to suck me off, to just show me them titties, whatever. I think of the 70, at least 20 of them will offer her money in the way of an experience. You get what I'm saying? And the worst part about that is it's unfair because even friends want to take people out to go do stuff, and there's no, like, you know, romantic or intimate intentions. But some dudes, much like Lucas, are specifically like, I'll give you this steak if you do this with me. I'll get you some weed if you do this with me. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry to be so into it. Damn, House, thank you for that, thank you for that 2 money. How is it 2/10 money? Is £2? No, that if £2 were 20 cents, my man, then it would be, you know, 2 out of 10 money. Oh my God. The 2 out of 10 wasn't the money, it was a rating? No. Man, he didn't. That makes me so sad.
Also, premortem is correct. The 370 is 350 and 420. Push the button.
Damn.
Smoke weed every day.
Damn. Isn't there another one? Oh.
$3.50.
Tree fit.
Seraphim Barrett asks if I'm aware of his Instagram. Boy, I have not been looking at Lucas for a minute. And I expect him to like have a proper outburst. So when that happens, the script's already written. You want to hear the beginning of it? Here's the beginning. Scrolling up. At the time of this recording, Lucas Werner is homeless, still demanding girls exclusively under the age of 24, still delusional enough to think everyone else is the problem. I admittedly was disgusted enough to want to leave homeless shelter Lucas alone, but his self-identification as a stand-up comic means covering his degeneracy is just critique. So how dedicated is Lucas to his performance art? By his own admission, he was kicked out of his housing for harassing his neighbors, not in actual, See, when you're writing a script and just leaving out letters all willy-nilly. Sorry.
You okay?
Dropping my phone. It's not like it's I don't need it anymore now, huh, Dia? To some men, phones are just titty machines. But I guess when I'm greasing you up to function even when you're asleep, I'll be alright, huh? You should see the look on your face. As we continue up this list, we arrive at, wait. Did I do this already? Yes, number 9. Wow, that felt like a year ago we read that, huh? What was I talking about? I may be miles away, guys, and I apologize for that. I may be miles away. You only love me more miles away. That's enough. Yo, that's probably a good button, huh?
What?
That's probably a good button.
A sucking sound?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could provide that sound for your soundboard.
I just typed in bong and all of this ugly stuff came up. I hope none of it's too loud. Let me try this one. It says bing bing bong.
Bing bing bong bong bing bing bing.
Stupid. Okay. Bongo cat harp. What the fuck? Bongo horse. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get my own bong sound. That was Trump, Auntie? Oh my God. I didn't know. Can you imagine getting in trouble because of Trump? Because I hit a button that said bong on it? Wow. Let's... Bong rip? Oh my... This is why you don't press buttons. You don't press buttons on stream, and I apologize for that. Number 9, cousin's friend is a former stripper, and this one at a family gathering. Essentially, this dude paid for full VIP treatment, but 4 minutes in, he wanted to show his dogs. I don't understand. 4 minutes in, he wanted to show his dogs, like his dudes that he was with. He spent the entire rest of the time showing her his dogs and videos of them playing literal animals on his phone. She asked him why he spent this money for a full VIP treatment just to show dogs. And he said, "Oh, I just wanted to show my dogs to someone, but couldn't find another way."
Oh.
Just find a woman that's significantly young. You know what I mean? Come on. Number 8. I was a bartender at a strip club for a few months once. I have seen and heard some crazy stories. The classic strip club stuff, but one time a customer brought in her pet parrot to the bar. I obviously spent the rest of my shift talking with the parrot. His name was Pickle, and he tipped me $1. He was a real gem. Huh. Is this real? This seems like a wholesome entry. Number 7. I guess they were just weird stories. One of my coworkers is an ex-stripper. She has 1.5 million stories about creeps, gropers, men who've requested disgusting things, extremely aggressive and entitled lesbians. Oh no, not them. But here's one story that she likes telling. You know, there's a bit of power that comes with being a lesbian, and not the type of power that they wish that they had, which is like strong masculine power, but power with the fact that they're still a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like if a lesbian was coming at you, you'd be like, "Hey, whoa, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? But you wouldn't be in like fight mode the way if some dude rolled up and was like, you would be right. Like, man, something about a man charging at you tenses you up like you ready to strike this bitch before. I wish you would. I hope you do keep coming. You know what I mean? And just juke out the way and bow right into the, you know what I mean? It's like a bull charging, but instead it's a dumb man. Stupid man. That's all of the charging and none of the fear that comes with, sorry, it looked like you were holding maracas. You're really going to let these motherfuckers potentially kill you and that's a rare chest in there?
You are awesome, Sile. Always 10 out of 10. Bing, bing, bong.
I appreciate you, my man. I definitely appreciate that bing bong. That bing, bing, bong. So she was giving a dance to this guy. He said, no, he paid for a VIP room and she was giving him the full show. But he wasn't enjoying it at all. So about halfway through her routine, he just stands up and says, "What the hell am I doing? I gotta pay the car registration. I gotta pick up the mail. I gotta mow the lawn and 1 million other things." And then he left. Dude went to a strip club on his day off, but couldn't enjoy it because he had a bunch of chores that needed doing. Went to a strip club, couldn't get his mind off of what he should be doing, and left. Not a particularly funny story, but she always laughs because of how utterly ridiculous it was. Sometimes I think people are just trying to troll people and give them something to remember. Because sometimes you can do something in somebody's life that you know will be sufficiently weird enough for it to be something that they're always thinking about. That's trolling that's a little unfair. And I used to do a lot of that in school. I used to do a lot of things that I knew would just stick with people. That's a special kind of trolling. And I'll tell you what, it borders on evil. It's not the type of thing I'd ever do nowadays, specifically because you want to keep a low profile and not be particularly suspicious because you don't know who you're dealing with sometimes. But back in school, all bets were off, motherfucker. All bets were off. I wasn't scared of nothing. Fear. Pfft. You know, something about being younger makes you really feel like not just you're invincible, but specifically that you can't get arrested. Pfft, what are they going to do? Come at you? But now you know that the FBI is listening to that ass. What you trying to find, FBI? What are you trying to find? My baby Yoda? It's so cute. I do have a cute baby Yoda. But I can get you your own government. Just chill. Jeez. As we continue, we arrive at number 6. We're homing in on the end, boys. When I was a stripper, a customer visiting from Canada bought a lap dance, and while we were back there, he tried to talk me into going to his hotel to give him a hand job for $200. Trying to get a stripper out of the fucking strip club. Boy, I hope you had a significantly low-class area. I declined multiple times, and he took the hint. And also came in his pants during the lap dance. He leaves. Life goes on. I can't imagine getting off without like stimulation, do you? Wouldn't that be crazy? I've seen videos of dudes like at the beach with their thing out and they're like recording, you know, voyeur stuff, and like girls will be watching, and like he will, Dia, grow, get there without him touching, without anything. Isn't that weird?
I mean, weirder things have happened. Some people, they probably just get off on the fact that they can't get touched.
I'm sure that he was getting off on the fact that he was being watched, because the girls are like very much in shot and they're like, oh my God, you know what I mean? When he's done. But I just think it's insane, the idea of no, because I can't, I better shut up. 8 years later, I'm a hairdresser in the suburbs, and who the fuck walks in? Hand job guy. I was the only one available, and I'm a professional, so I didn't say anything. He mentioned that I looked familiar, and halfway through it, it seemed to dawn on him because he suddenly got quiet paid and literally ran out and never came back. Nice.
He knew what he did.
He knew what he did last summer. Number 6 minus 1. Constant Raven says, hey, my computer friends. Hey, yourself. Constant Raven. Big titty emojis. Those are the ones that I always forget that I have. I love them so much. Wow. So we continue to number 5. There was a guy who was super drunk and telling me that he was there with his wife, but it's cool. They have an open relationship thing going on, whatever, right? So we start the dance. Maybe a minute in, this woman runs over from the corner and starts screaming at him. He starts screaming back and pretty much tosses me to the floor and runs after her, dropping $100 in the process. I grabbed the money and tried to find out what happened. I asked a waitress if she'd seen where he went, and she said that he'd just been kicked out for choke slamming the woman into a wall. So I got to keep the money, which was cool. What? Dia, I thought that this whole thing was that the guy had a fetish for being caught in strip clubs by his wife. And that maybe even the wife was in on it and they were just going through this really elaborate role play. But if he choked the woman at the end, this was all real. Oh no. How can we get off to this? It's not kinky. It's just, this is just real domestic violence. Oh.
No, don't.
Okay. I had another guy pay me $700 to literally just rub my feet for 2 hours. I hate foot stuff, people touching my feet, but fuck, man, $700 during a day shift was pretty sweet. In my face, huh? You can just use that money and buy a PS5 like it's nothing? Nobody wants to rub my feet and give me $700? You keep laughing at me like I have a little dick. I'm gonna rise up. Rise up. To number 4. What did I say earlier? That was mad hilarious. Oh man, what did I say?
Oh no.
No, Dia, you don't remember? It was so funny. I'm so good. And I looked back at you and you were like, ah, damn it. Come on, what was it? No. Ah, Dia. You don't remember?
Was it when you were sitting on the edge of the bed?
Sitting on the edge of the bed, watching the tide. What are you talking about?
Because, you said something and turned around when you were sitting at the edge of the bed over there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They don't even want to know. I just remembered what it was. Yo, I liked, it's the fact that I knew that the line was sufficiently stupid enough to provoke a reaction out of you. That's why I looked at you. Number 3, okay? +1. I'm an escort, okay? I had one guy who would take me to a restaurant once every month. He always requested there would be nothing else, no stripping, no touching, no sex, just sitting there for a few hours. So he also wanted me to dress like I would for a normal night out. He had a massive stutter. Oh, this is sad. So much that a single sentence could take him a minute to pronounce. Jeez, we got it good. We got it good, man. We can speak. Normally, he would always speak by writing things down, as people never had the patience to listen to him. He just wanted someone to actually talk to. He mentioned that I was his 7th escort because the others all refused to see him multiple times. After I left the job, I kept in touch with him. We still go out every once in a while, and almost 10 years later, and we call more often, though now he no longer has to pay because he has had someone to talk to. His stutter massively improved. Huh.
That's very sweet of her to do.
That makes me so sad. That this stuttering motherfucker had mad money to just be throwing at hoes and escorts to go out with him. It's like everybody getting paid to be lame. I've been lame my whole life. I ain't no damn money.
Don't say that.
Oh, I need to be more lame? How do I be more lame? Do you see this thumbnail? Boom.
I like your thumbnail.
Yup. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. We gotta continue, man. How nice of her, though. Stripper with a heart of gold, huh? Number 3, Hick Club. Guy who has guy who was a celery farmer came in and gave us free bags of celery. What, I gotta go get peanut butter and ranch now? What a ridiculous... I don't know what Dia's doing. She's taking the world by storm right now. Okay, supposedly other farmers with various free foods would come in, but I only got hooked up with celery and candles. So what, are y'all supposed to be giving out dances for these celery and things like that? Can I tell y'all something? Here's what I just remembered made me jealous from that last story. And I'll tell you straight the fuck up right now. What I just realized made me super jealous was the fact that these hoes, these strippers, Dia, do you know that they're not just making money when they go through this one thing? You know what I mean? They're potentially making connections with people with a lot of money that are interested exclusively in them and can be for years to come. These hoes, Dia, are networking. And I'd never processed it in a way where it's like, okay, imagine a dude comes in and gives you a shitload of money. Dope. You know what I mean? But imagine a dude comes in, gives you a shitload of money, and is like, give me your number so I can call you in the future. This dude calls you in the future and you don't want to deal with him. You don't need that money. You don't have to pick up the fucking phone. But if you do need the money and he does call you in the future, that's like
Instant money.
What the hell? I'm so terrified. Because some of these girls may be setting themselves up with people in their orbit that are ready and waiting and will be for years to take advantage of their company. I am shocked that I just realized that these girls are setting themselves up potentially for a lifetime, because some guys, much like a porn star that they attach themselves to, much like the streamer girls that they watch and they can't stop watching, there are probably girls that they go get a dance from that they idolize, and as long as it's a safe environment for the girl, she can just keep nickel and diming that bitch. Keep nickel and diming that bitch. Keep nickel and diming that bitch. Nickel and diming that bitch. Number 2. There was a regular who would pay for a VIP and ask you to sit with your legs open while he shined a flashlight right at your bits. He'd pay for a half an hour at a time just to peer into the cavern. Like... Seraphin must be proud of that line. Sarah Marie says, Dr. House, is your nearest city on lockdown? She asks because she must be across the pond too. I wonder if she's big titty living with an OnlyFans account, or if she's a crotchety old lady that's calling and snitching on people walking down the street. That must have been funny as hell when finally the people who sit next to their phones at windows watching and judging people walking down the street could finally call in and snitch on people breaking lockdown.
Look at that motherfucker! But now I have the power, stupid bitch! Now I will inherit the earth again! Harold? Harold? You better not be watching that porn show! Can't believe the world these days.
Good, yeah. Because they're like pterodactyls, they're like monsters. We made it. We made it to number 1. You know, I learned something crazy today. I learned that there was, that like, I will look it up on my phone right now. I learned that there are foods that can potentially keep women's breasts perky. And I did not fucking know any of that, my dude. It says high collagen foods, high vitamin C foods, and high omega-3 fatty acid foods. So like asparagus, strawberries, watermelon, and like chicken drumsticks, shit like that would apparently help a lot. I had no idea, you know? And obviously girls like foregoing the wearing of bras too often. Holy crap. I just didn't know, you know? I just didn't know, but now I do. Man, Kyle's blasting off our ground. Number 1, not really weird, but sad. Oh boy, at least you warned us. One time I was doing a VIP session and this dude legitimately told me to stop dancing and basically broke down in front of me. He told me that he was only there because his friends dragged him along to cheer him up. From what he told me, he caught his wife in bed with another man and they recently got divorced. He told me his now ex-wife told his kids that he was the one cheating and the kids basically hate him now. I've never felt so bad for a total stranger in my life. Obviously, if you know anything about me, you know that women lying and putting, you know, men in awkward positions, it really is one of my few really upsetting things because of, you know, the power and impact that it's had even on my life, right? But if you know that there's another thing that I particularly hate, it's parents. You know, when you pop kids out, you just lose your fucking mind. They're about, percentage-wise, there's probably like 3% of parents that possess the capacity to be objective and remember a world full of logic and reason and can ration whether or not they're being, you know, crazy parents or just, you know, idiots. And these days, there really doesn't seem to be any of that because these parents all lose their fucking mind. There's only one thing worse than a parent, and it's one that is going to not just lie to their kids or use the kids as props, you know, but weaponize the kids against a partner. Sometimes it's like that regardless. But not only was this woman guilty, like she was the one who cheated, she weaponized these kids against the dad. You know, that's kind of wild. Imagine liking a bitch enough to have multiple kids with her, and then she cheats on you and lies to the children. You were dating, you were in a relationship, you were married to, and had children by a monster. A monster. It's just insanity, boy. It's tragic, it kills me, and it hurts. But wow, we found a way to get women lying to the kids post-divorce into this list too. Usually the one that I really hate that we see often on these lists is when they're going to some sort of court, maybe for custody or something, and then the mother will tell the kids to lie and say that daddy abused them, that he hurt them, that he touched them, you name it. Gross. And it's messed up, but it is what it is. Sarah Marie says, watermelon really helps keep your tits perky, especially if you apply a whole one topically twice a day. Did you just giggle? These videos will not be a haven for woman jokes, okay? Because it's not funny. Man jokes funny. Silly. You want me to say the phrase, Dia? You want me to say it? You ready for it?
Sure.
We're not so different, you and Fly.
It was stupider when you said it the first time.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. It was the perfect punctuation to all of it. I don't even remember what led up to me saying that.
You killed a fly.
Maybe I recorded it.
That's what I asked earlier, if you had,
Yeah, maybe I recorded it. I killed that fly with the swatter, and it was burning, and I was doing a voice for it, and you were so bad. And I was like, help me, I'm burning.
I hated it so much.
I didn't say tell my wife I love her. Did I say that?
No.
I want to listen to it, but it would be kind of embarrassing because of how stupid I am off stream with you. Because it's my life. It was so stupid. Let me see. Let me see if this is it. Let me see here.
You're probably alright. Look at him crawling.
Wait, I think that's it.
You're probably alright. Look at him crawling. You think I can get up? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
How do you like it? This is.
Help me. Help me.
That's Kyle off stream for you, bro. That's Kyle off stream. Having just killed a fly, you can hear the zapping. This is me off stream as captured by the mic in the room because I just went and captured, I can capture whatever's going on screen because when I, play games and stuff like that. So it just captures the audio of the last 45 seconds.
You
Hold
think
on.
I can get up? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Help me. Help
I don't like
me.
this.
Sizzle, no. No. No.
Kyle, kill it!
Oh, he's already dead. It was sixes, wasn't it?
This is bad funny. I just don't know when to stop. I don't know when to stop.
You
No! Help me!
Oh shit, hold up.
You're the best girlfriend in the world.
No, KL! The fly! I just wanted to eat poop.
We're not so different, you and Fly.
I can give you that. Yeah, I got her. I got her, bro. We're not so different. You wait, what?
We're not so different, you and Fly.
Stupid.
Like, you could even hear the pause between the joke and my laughter, because that's when you turned around and gave me that dumb look on your face.
Yeah, you got him, bro.
Good.
You thought you could get out of there. You were shaking your head the whole time I'm killing this fly, like I wasn't doing both of us a public service. I do like my line where I go, I just wanted to eat poop. Great. Boy, it got like flop sweat hot in here. Am I the only one?
Nope, I'm hot.
Yo, it got flop sweat hot. That means that it's probably like descended out there. Clouds and humidity wise, it's really gonna rain out here in Florida. So, I love you. I will talk to you guys soon. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank Dr. House. You're a hot boy. You're a hero. And Haywood, I need you to know, you and your money and percentages of money, they really make my heart beat funny. Yeah, because, some people say that, their heart skips a beat and all kind of crap like that. So, guys, I love you. I'll talk to you guys soon. As you know, I'm really excited about this really stupid and awkward Marvel game coming out soon. But if Marvel Avengers, the video game, isn't enough for you, did you know that the next season of Fortnite will be exclusively Marvel themed bullcrap? So look forward to that. It's going to be hilarious. Marvel potential info about season 4. At the end of the trailer, two sides will stand across each other like some face-off on top of a hill. Marvel and Fortnite characters, and then Wolverine will show his claws and Peely will show his claws too. Brr, brr, beep, beep. Thank you, Sera Marie. Ay, ay, ay. A reminder to click the link in the description if you want hot and raw access to the Discord, or maybe somebody can post the Discord link in the description, in the chat, because I don't see the link in the description, which is weird, and I need to get on top of that. Guys, I love you. Talk to you soon. Stay out of trouble. Thank you, Linda. And I'll talk to you guys later. Message me if anything. Bye. And if you're really wanting to play that Fortnite or the, what they call it with me, just add CYAEL to... I'm not even going to be able to see that in time. Oh, it was Sarah. Thank you again, sweetie. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Linda says, have a good night, everybody. Take it easy. Take it easy. Bye.